And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 20. Back at it here. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll move the tight end. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Pulls it in, it's Mills. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Cornhuskers will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Pulls it in at the 25. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Longhorns offense will take the field for the first time. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front, because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, that can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. And a nice pickup on the run, and gets down to avoid contact.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. And the Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Looks as if we have an injury on that last. Faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He'll pull it down and run. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for the season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack of just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
The Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Now the play fake. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Well, this defense looked pretty good last week. Of course, they had 2 sacks, and their coaching staff told us they really wanted to be able to build on it. Great news, they've already registered a sack here early in this game.
Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
This is kind of like Vegas and gambling. You got a big completion there on third down. You've set up fourth. You could take the field goal and take the easy money, but you might decide to roll the dice here, stay on the field, and go for it on fourth down, hoping to get a touchdown.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. First down and more. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Oh, and I love that play call on fourth down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
The Longhorns in the hurry-up. They go right back to this guy on second and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off-play action on first down. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up.
Breaks into the open. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking downfield, it's Hart. Working that left side now.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
By himself down the middle. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Husker!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why.
This drive comes from the 26-yard line. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. And the Longhorns are on the move. Might as well give it to him again. Got enough for the first. There he goes. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Well, it took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, Dave.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line. Get some big boys.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Longhorns!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They've got a first down here to open the period. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Unloads it left. It's complete. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it up to 14. He'll keep it himself. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Scanning the field, it's Hart. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Fit it in the window for the score. The extra point here would tie the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They go right back to it. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Nice job by the defense just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
Quarterback may change this route. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. I know you want to keep the ball away from the other offense, but going for it inside your own 40? Blasted as he lets it go. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. He'll pull it on the read. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Hart. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. The Huskers have pushed it inside the 20. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll do it himself. Fights off a defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. And the Huskers have this offense rolling. They'll send the tight end in motion. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone.
Touchdown, Nebraska! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Field shrinks, tight end grows, and it's blocked. That's a live ball. He can take it back for 2. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. So now it's 2nd and long. Williams looking for a man. Steps away. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Rolling right and going deep. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. Grabbed in the middle. It's Winston. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels in 1st and 10. Makes the grab. It's McCutcheon. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Texas! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Well, we're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do.
Fires to the big fella. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50 plus, and he did it with ease.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. Williams will pass. Bring in the heat. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
As an offense, you've got to know it. This part of the field, deep in your own end, you have got to do a better job in pass pro if you're going to call a pass play at this juncture in the game. Not good enough.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. And his first pass is incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. They're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught.
There's the pressure. Throwing on the run. Makes the grab on the right. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there.
Defense is a lot about communication. Multiple wide receivers on the same side. I got to understand if this guy's going in, this guy's coming out. Not a good job by the defense with communication there.
Pulls it in. It's McCutcheon. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. That is no good. Still down by 2. Chance to take the lead out the window. Guys, tough break there. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half.
The Cornhuskers will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Butler. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Texas offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad. Right.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop.
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Longhorns! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Hold and fire complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. First and 10. Looking to throw, it's Hart. Here comes the heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The Huskers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Great spot to attack there right off the turnover. Try to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change when you create a turnover and you get the ball back.
Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Here's a hit. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Handoff from the gun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Rushes on him. Fires to the big fella. Turning it on. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. And the Huskers are on the move. Looking downfield, it's Hart. On the run, fires downfield. It's caught. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. The Huskers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Quarterback on the keeper. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Once again, finding nowhere to run against this defense. He's knocked down immediately. Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. There is just nowhere to run. 3 straight times and not one single inch forward on any of them. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. The lead is now back down to 9.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Keeps it and gets the 1st down. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback doing that to your defense.
Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Toss sweep to the left. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good gain for this offense.
3rd down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. Caught close to the marker, it's Walters. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Williams looking for a man. Caught over the middle. It's Walters. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. And the Longhorns started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He's got it on the move. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. They're not just using the running back as check down Charlie in the passing game. They're getting him downfield.
And take my matchups I like. If you're going to play man-to-man, who are you going to put on the running back? You want to put a linebacker on him? I I like my chances, even with safeties. Those guys, you know, listen, they aren't as great as corners and covering, so I like finding matchups and exploiting.
They'll keep it on the ground. He's able to fight his way for a couple of yards, but it'll be 4th down and 3. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. But they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Longhorns. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And that's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executing in the 4th quarter. Nice job.
He'll bring it out. It's Mills. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Sends it back in motion. Back to throw. It's Hart. Finds his big tight end. There he goes. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Line gets set, 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Mills. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Man, you got to like these last 2 plays by this offense. You understand, you're in a deficit. You've got to score multiple times to get back in this football game. Nice job pushing the ball down the field, making explosive plays. They're going to need more of it, and they're going to need it fast.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Now on the move. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. And the Huskers moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. The give as they work on that clock. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. The Longhorns can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Give to the running back. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. 3rd and short now. They snap it through their own 46. They'll try to run for it. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. Power football with the run. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. On the ground, it's Simon. Finds a little space. Oh, he got loose. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Touchdown, Texans! And the stomping has commenced. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in Week 4.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
He's got him. Just steamroll. Just keeps moving. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get into the 33-yard line. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Dropping back, it's Hart. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. The Cornhuskers want to move quickly. He'll set up to throw. Under fire. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. The give to the back. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll try the run. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. And the Longhorns, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Grab behind the line. It's Walters. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Second down, they'll go to the air. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated.